Yo, what is up, YouTube? How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. I'm excited to try my best and explain what I have come to understand of this game. Quickly, let's look over a few keywords so that we understand a little bit more of what it is that we're going to be talking about. If you go into options, so if you press start or escape depending on what you're playing, and then you go over to documents, you can actually look at your tutorial from in here and try to understand the game mechanics a little bit more. So we're going to be talking about spirit. Spirit is basically the main focus of this game's mechanic. Is kind of similar to stamina. That is the best way I can try to relate what spirit is to something that hopefully we can understand in other games that use stamina. So spirit is basically stamina. You can get your stamina broken, and you can also stamina break other characters, or in this case you can get spirit broken, or you can break the enemy spirit. So keep that in mind. You use your stamina for other stuff like parrying, for dodging, for casting spells, and so on. But you can look in here and it'll give you a quick description. Basically, if your spirit stays unchanged for a while, it will start to return to default status of 0. This means a negative spirit will start to increase and a positive one will start to decrease. So what is the difference between a positive and a negative spirit? Well, here we go. So a negative spirit looks like this. If you look at the bottom of my HP, you will see my spirit / stamina go up. Once it's here, basically what's gonna happen is if I get hit, which I will try to demonstrate here with one of these guys, it will do exactly what it said. Let me try to get my thing all the way up. You're gonna see I'm gonna get stamina broken. I mean, if he doesn't miss. All right, so you see now I can't dodge, I can't do anything. So you don't want that. So that's a negative spirit or negative stamina. When you're perfect parrying, you build up positive spirit. As you can see, it's blue instead of red or orange. And this will in turn allow you to deal more damage and cast more spells as well. It will also allow you to dodge around more than usual, you know what I'm saying? Like, this game, said it right there, is very crucial to manage your spirit / stamina, because if not, then you're gonna be dying a lot. You're gonna be constantly getting stamina broken or spirit broken, and you don't want that, especially in this game. Let's go into leveling. You have 5 attributes, right? You have wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, and each of them give you permanent stats to your character. As you can see on the right, you know, it's color coordinated, so you can see what exactly it's increasing or leveling up. So wood affects your spirit defense and your spell duration. It'll, you know what I'm saying? It lets you know right here exactly what wood is working on. It affects HP and the amount of spirit loss when attacked. So as you can see, whenever I got attacked or whatever, your stamina / spirit will decrease. You will have negative spirit if you get hit, basically. So this in turn basically allows you to have more HP, but also allows you to tank a little bit more so that your stamina isn't broken. And it also increases your spell duration. So as you can see, it's highlighted on here. And your spell duration, exactly that. Whenever you apply a buff to your weapons or whatever it is with a spell, or you apply a negative spell or a negative effect on an enemy like poison or whatever it is, it'll just last longer. So that's what this is. All right, moving on. Fire. Fire affects the amount of spirit gained when attacking and the amount of spirit consumed by martial arts. So whenever you attack an enemy, You know what I'm saying? Like, it does use some spirit. So when you use a heavy attack, it uses your stamina. So let's see how that works whenever you attack a regular enemy. Does it go up? Well, we'll find out right now. So if I constantly just attack this enemy, you see how my spirit will constantly go up? That's great. All right, moving on. Earth. Earth affects the equipment weight limit and the amount of spirit gained when deflecting an attack. So as you can see, when I was deflecting that guy earlier, I was gaining positive spirit, and this basically will give you more spirit if you're leveling this up whenever you deflect properly. But it will also increase your weight limit. Weight limit I'll go over as soon as I'm done explaining these attributes. So as you can see here, earth affects your deflect and your weight. Moving on. Metal. Metal affects the duration that a high level of spirit can be maintained for and spirit consumed by wizardry spell. So affects the duration that a high level of spirit can be maintained for. So basically, metal will allow you to maintain that positive spirit for longer. So instead of it draining down really quick whenever you're in the positive, it'll be slower. So you can probably finish off an enemy, use up, you know what I'm saying, with basic attacks, with light attacks, and then use up all that stored up spirit to either cast a spell or use a heavy attack on the next enemy, and it will deal more damage. But it also allows you to not consume as much spirit when you summon a spell or whatever that is, you know what I mean? So basically you will be able to cast more often than the normal. Water affects how easily enemies can detect you and the amount of spirit consumed when deflecting. So if you want to be stealthy or whatever, or sneak up on an enemy a little bit easier or whatever, this is something that you want to build. It also, again, affects your HP, but as you can see here, it affects your ranged weapon attack damage. So it affects your weapon attack damage. So basically you can, you know what I'm saying, you can have a build specifically with range. So that's out of the way, right? These affect your characters permanently, and it helps you sustain a lot longer and manage your spirit slash stamina more. That's what this is for, right? Leveling up your characters and giving yourself buff. Now let's go into weight, because weight is very important in this game as well. So to know how much your character is using up with weight, you go to any of these armors, it don't matter, and it'll display down here how much you're using overall. So whenever these numbers here are green, you don't really have to worry about the actual numbers, just the colors. I love that they color coordinated light, medium, and heavy. So whenever this is green, it means you have light armor. Whenever it's yellow, you have medium armor. Whenever it is orange, you have heavy armor. You're overloaded. Light armor allows you to dodge better, counter a little better as well. You know, you have a lot more mobility.
What did he say?
But you take more damage. So you got to be careful with that. I think a really good build would be something with like medium armor or medium weight, because it'll give you that in between kind of like tanky build, but also you can deflect and dodge properly and not having to worry about mobility. So yeah, and that's going to be the yellow. The red, on the other hand, means that you're overloaded. So there's nothing wrong with being overloaded besides you not being able to parry. So what are the pros and cons of being overweight? Well, the pros is that you take less damage, and that's pretty much it. The cons though are that you won't be able to parry and you'll fat roll. I don't advise going for a heavy build unless you know of a really good heavy build that works for you, and that's great. But that's what weight is, okay? All right, so now onto spells. Spells are reliant on what attributes you have and how many points you put into those specific attributes. So depending on how many points you put into those attributes, in turn will allow you to use certain spells of that specific attribute. As you can see, this is the wood phase. I only have 7 points into the wood attribute, so that will only allow me to use spells that have 7 or lower, right? So we go on here. If you see the spell Barded Conductor, and then you see the start, it has the number 8. I cannot use this spell, although I have skill points to spend, which I can buy any glowing spells. So you see any spells that's like blinking white, those are spells that I can buy. Even though I don't have the amount of attribute points that I need to cast that spell, I can still buy it, you know, and then like build my way towards it. I won't be able, I can buy this, and I'll show you right now exactly. I can buy this. It'll give me a warning because I don't have enough points into that attribute to allow me to use it, but I can buy it, right? What I can use though is anything under 7. So I can use this here, I can cast this with no issues, I can cast this with no issues, so on and so forth, depending on the build you want. And that goes for each attribute, you know, that goes for each skill tree, of course. So that's that, and we got that out the way. And then we go into said wizarding spell. This is where you'll basically add your spells, the spells that you want specifically. Make sure that you add the ones that you can actually use, so that way you're not stuck, you know, like, why can't I use this spell, like, you know. All right, so that's that. We got those out the way, and I hope that you guys understand. Please, if you don't understand, absolutely would appreciate you leave a comment. I will do my best to explain and write back and reply on whatever you don't understand or what you're trying to pick up. If you'd like me to do another video on something else, absolutely let me know and I will get into it. Another thing that I want to cover though before I end the video, because that's pretty much what I kind of wanted to get into, right? Just the fundamentals of what you should understand about building your character, right? So in battle preparations, you go into set divine V's. This is where you'll be able to actually equip your ultimate, right? Ultimate slash beast or whatever. How you get these is by killing the actual bosses, like not the mini bosses, the actual bosses, the ones that you have to go through the door and have that cutscene or whatever. You unlock these guys, and they can go, you can use these to a specific build that you want. As you can see, you have earth, you have wood, you have metal, you have water, and you have fire. Each of them, if you see here on the right, whichever you're clicked on, that's the one you're gonna see on the right, okay? Whichever you're clicked on is what you're gonna see on the right. On the left is what you'll see, the one that you're hovering over, you know, so you can compare. So whatever you're clicked on is gonna be displayed on the right. That's the one that is equipped on your character. When you summon your beast, and that goes for all of these, it will basically give you a detailed explanation of what exactly is gonna happen when you summon the beast, or when you use your ultimate, because it's technically like an ultimate. Each divine beast has an alternate use. So if you don't want to summon the beast, you can actually use its resonance, which you will know. I'll show you how to use resonance and where you can look up depending on what you're playing, whether it's mouse and keyboard PlayStation, Xbox, whatever the hell you're playing this on. I'll show you where how you can summon these guys, right? And how you can use their actual summoning versus their alternative usage. So the alternative usage will basically just imbue your sword with that divine beast, basically, instead of summoning them out, right? And each of them does something different, and that's that. To know how to summon these guys, press options, go to documents, right? Go over to the documents tab, go into tutorial and actions, go down to summon divine beast. If you like went through the tutorial and you skipped it and you forgot how to use your divine beast or whatever, this is how, you know, it will refresh your memory. In here, it'll also have many different things for you to read, just in case you forgot the mechanics of the game. Definitely go in here. This is going to be your best friend. One last thing before I end the video, because I'm pretty sure I covered a lot. Morale rank is a must for you to understand. What is morale rank? Let's read it together. Your morale rank is 0, right? Normally, when you're not fighting anything. So that affects your strength in battle. The same goes for your enemies. Wizarding spells require a certain morale rank to cast. Some powerful spells can only be cast with a high morale rank. If an enemy's morale rank is higher than yours, it will appear with a different color to indicate its high level threat. Threat level is shown with the following scale. How do you see their morale rank? Well, let's go look at an enemy right now and you'll see it. So if you look at an enemy, normally, I don't think this guy has any morale. Okay, so you see, they don't have any morale. But that guy over there has 4 morale, right? So, because it displayed over its head. That enemy is gonna be a little tougher to fight, but in turn, it will give you that morale. So you start off with 0 or 1, and where you see your morale is right over your health bar. See how mine is at 1? You'll see their morale rank also above their health bar. As you can see, his is at 0, so he's pretty weak. If he kills you though, his morale rank will go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you want to be careful with dying to these guys, because they'll basically increase in strength the more they... Bro, are you... Bro, ain't no way. Why
are you serious right now, bro?
Why are we trading? But yeah, so the more you kill enemies, the more your morale rank will go up. In turn, will allow you to cast spells. So as you can see, whenever I use my spells, I can't use triangle, circle, or X. Why? Because those require for me to have a higher morale rank. So even though I have them in my loadout, doesn't mean I can use them. I have to work by killing people and stuff like that in order for my morale rank to go up. Finding flags, finding like these flag posts and stuff like that around the map. As you can see on the mini map on the top right, you see how it says 1 out of 6 flags, 0 out of 7 flags. So finding those around the map will actually increase your morale rank as well. Increasing your morale rank will allow you to use certain spells. Also, these little flags out here, these are other people that died. Offering a pot that you have will increase your morale rank as well. If you can afford the pot, your health pot, you can definitely give it to them and it'll be a instant morale boost. You can manage your pots, you can manage your morale. That is it for me. I hope you guys understand at least a little bit of a breakdown of the game, of like the game mechanics and stuff like that. If you're having issues with parrying, what I personally did to get my parrying to be a little bit decent is I isolate an enemy. And mind you, the enemy that you work on parrying is not gonna, you know, translate to all the other enemies. Each enemy has a different window where they can be parried. You just gotta read their attacks. So what I like to do is I like to block, learn their patterns, and then parry accordingly to what attack they're about to do or whatever it is. When you're blocking, you don't take damage, but your stamina does go up. So you do have to manage your stamina if you are gonna just read them for a bit. Let's say you're blocking, your stamina, your spirit is all the way up negatively. You can just walk away, not take damage for a bit, and it'll go back down, and then you could go back to blocking or whatever it is. You just want to manage your stamina slash spirit. Did I just miss that for real? So yeah, so parrying, what I did to get my parrying good is I just isolated an enemy and try to understand like the timing, the windows and stuff like that. You know, so that I'm not here just like spamming parry or dodge or whatever, because as you can see, if I'm doing that, that's just gonna negatively increase my spirit, you know, my spirit, and then it's gonna leave me vulnerable. It's gonna allow me, it's gonna make it so that I can't use my spells. It's gonna make it so that I can't dodge properly, you know what I'm saying? So you want to manage your stamina. Whenever you do perfect parry, you interrupt their attack animation, you break their spirit, which will allow you to basically do a finishing blow. If you ever see them like that, if you ever see them like staggered like that, go up to them and press either triangle or Y if you're playing on Xbox. So yeah, definitely isolate one enemy that you're having issues with. Try to learn their pattern. The same with the boss. You can block everything that the bosses come at you with. What you cannot block though is those martial arts attack. How do you know it's a martial arts attack? Well, a martial arts attack is when the character or the enemy glows red, like glows red. That's gonna be a martial arts attack. You cannot block that. You can either dodge that, you have to either dodge that or perfect parry that. Okay, so you can block everything else besides that martial arts attack. Anyways, that's enough talking for me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Definitely leave a comment, like, share, you know, sub, and check me out on Twitch, where I stream pretty much almost every day. As a set schedule, I don't have one, just because I am a night owl. I'm actually been thinking about just keeping my schedule consistent. Since I'm a night owl, I really like to, sometimes I stay up really late at night and I just be playing games or something like that, or just passing the time chilling on Discord or whatever it is with people watching. You could join my Discord as well if you would like. Well, it's not my Discord, it's a Discord me and my friends have been working on. If you guys have any questions, yeah, let me know. Hope you all again have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.